Most people don't fail in emergencies, they freeze. And those first few seconds, that's where everything is decided. Most people think they're going to rise to the moment, but under stress, they don't rise, they fall to their level of preparedness. Today, I'm breaking down 3 of the biggest mistakes people do during emergencies and how to avoid them. So stay tuned.
Survivors unite, we hear the call, mental strength forged in the fires.
Now let's be honest, most people are not prepared. Not like they don't care, it's just that they've never had to be. They assume they'll figure it out when something happens. But in reality, that's when everything breaks down. The first mistake is freezing. Not moving, not acting, just waiting. Your brain is trying to process way too much all at once. What's happening? Where is it? What do I do? People are screaming. You got auditory stimulation. You got visual stimulation. You got your loved ones tugging at you trying to figure out what's going on, depending on you to figure it out. But here's the problem. Those seconds matter more than anything else. Freezing isn't a weakness, it's lack of preparation. And to fix this, you have to pre-decide your own actions. Like, for example, if something feels off, you move. If there's danger, you create distance. If you're unsure about something, you just stay alert and try to reposition yourself. Try to get out of that situation, but do so at a moment's notice, as soon as you can, because seconds will get you killed. And to help speed this freezing process up to not freezing is to have a plan. And that is number 2. Have a plan. Please have a plan. Because when something happens, your brain looks for direction. If there's no plan, it stalls. And typically, if you are looking for direction or something else, that means you don't know what to do. But if you've planned and prepared yourself, prepared your mind, your body, your family, your friends that you're with, they will not freeze as well, and you guys can get out there as quick as possible. I mean, you could be like, where do I go? Who do I call? What's our next move? But if you've practiced and you've had a plan, all those are getting answered in seconds. You don't need a perfect plan. Remember that. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need a default plan. Bare minimum, a default plan. I mean, that default plan can be move away from danger, create space, find a safe direction, know your safe directions. And you know how they say that a lot of veterans will go into, like, let's say a restaurant, right? And we sit down, we have our back to a wall, and we're facing towards the main entrance, because that's where most of the danger will come in, is that main entrance. But we already know everyone in the room, basically. We've got a gist of everyone in the room. We already know where the exits are. We know where the kitchen is, because we know there's exits in the back kitchen. We know where if there's multiple entrances to that kitchen, we know where they're at. We know all the emergency exits that we've said. We know possible safe routes to get to the emergency exits or to the front door if we had to maneuver our way around the incident. We know how to get to the front door. My wife's a nurse. If there's some sort of emergency that's happened, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a man-made emergency necessarily, right? She can come back and render aid. And I can come back as security, at least to protect her from rendering aid, because if there's someone on the floor that maybe caused that injury, we don't know if they're going to come back. So there's those situations as well. Like, am I going to help someone? Am I going to go render aid, or am I just running to get to safety? All depends on that situation, right? The third mistake is no communication. When things go bad, communication becomes survival. Like, Everyone's walking around with this guy, right? All the time. They're talking to people, they're texting people, they're on social media, Snapchatting, on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. That is our primary source of communication. Make sure you have your pace planned, right? That goes for your emergency evacuation. You have your pace, your primary route could be the freeway. Your alternate route can be side roads. Your contingency can be other side roads, off of that side roads, or any other side roads, right? And then your emergency, so PACE. You can have that with communication devices, water supply procurement, fuel procurement, lighting, electricity, anything that you're doing with preparedness of your life, you can have, and you can use the pace. Because if you're on your primary and your primary communication and it fails, you can go to A. If that fails, you can go to C. And then all of a sudden you can get A back up, you move to A. Oh wait, my primary came back up. You move to P. You move right back to your primary. You don't have to just say, well, my phone's working, but I moved my way down to my contingency plan. I have to stay there. No, you move yourself back to primary. That's the whole part of the plan, right? So communication, your primary could be cell phone. My alternate, because I have a license for it, it's also really not even a license, like a certification. And it's $35 and it's good for 10 years and your whole family can use it. And that's GMRS radio. GMRS radio. That's my alternate. Because now I can get another radio, which I do, and I can hand it to my wife. We can drive 2 cars. She can have it in her car, and we can communicate once cell phones go down. Our contingency is mesh. It's a mesh network. So we're in 2 separate vehicles. I can see her, she can see me. Radio went down. Oh, whatever reason. Radios went down. Dang. We're going to this. And this is text-based. I can use my phone, Bluetooth to this. I don't need cell phone service. I don't need Wi-Fi. I use Bluetooth to this. And this will communicate to the other device that my wife has. And then we can text each other. Hey, everything okay? Hey, you're here. We're here now. Let's stay in communication on this until our GMRS radios work. Let's say worst case scenario. We're going down the road. The road gets wiped out and was flooded. And we're stuck. I'm not certified to communicate on a ham radio. This is a ham radio. I'm not certified to communicate on this. I have one. You can own one. You can listen, but you cannot transmit. But in an emergency situation, you can transmit. Help, I'm going to die. My family's going to die. We're stuck in this place. Please, someone send help. You can use it. You can transmit. Emergency only. Not, oh, I got a flat tire on a busy highway and everything in the world's fine. Like, no, then you will probably get fined by the FCC. It has to be an actual emergency. Just make sure you have layers, and that's what the PACE will give you, is layers. But those 3 things, freezing, have a plan, and communication. So start thinking about it now. Not later. Not, let me keep an eye on the news. Start planning now. Now, it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be ahead of the problem. Because that will increase your chances of survival. Not like you're going to die, but able to mitigate the disaster and the emergency that's happening. Because remember, people being prepared isn't paranoia. It's just gaining control. I hope this video helped you out. I really do. Let's keep this conversation going down in the comments. Post what your communication devices, your PACE program for communication is. And, we can all help each other down there. Maybe you didn't know about this mesh device, but now you do because I mentioned it, and you can look it up. And now you can strengthen your communication device, and you can use PACE for your planning, right? Like for a plan, you need to evacuate your city. You have a PACE route. You got your primary, alternate, contingency, emergency. You have PACE locations. Let's say, for instance, a huge natural disaster hit, but didn't hit you yet, but it hit your primary or your secondary location. You're like, oh man, we got to figure out an alternate or contingency or an emergency location to get away from the storm, right? Start planning now. And if you have anything to help, add to the to this discussion, please do. And if this helped you out, please help support me by hitting like and subscribe. And let's try to get this video out, hopefully to help a lot of people. That's what this whole channel is, to help people. But please take care of each other. Please take care of yourself. And also keep this shield wall up. Take care.